Join me as I dive into the challenge of uncovering all the media professional tax breaks for 2024 and see if you can maximize your savings. Did you know that many media professionals miss out on tax breaks that could save them thousands in 2024? Let's uncover these hidden opportunities. Explore the different types of tax deductions and credits available to media professionals, including equipment expenses, home office deductions, and travel expenses. In this video, we dive deep into the world of tax breaks specifically for media professionals in 2024. If you work in the film, television, digital content, or advertising industries, understanding these tax benefits can save you a considerable amount of money and help you maximize your earnings. Join us as we explore the latest changes to tax regulations affecting media professionals in 2024. Key deductions available for freelancers, contractors, and full-time employees in the media sector. Tips on how to properly document expenses to ensure you benefit from all eligible tax breaks. Expert insights and advice from tax professionals who specialize in the media industry. Whether you're a seasoned media professional or just starting out, this video will equip you with the knowledge you need to navigate your taxes effectively. Don't miss out on potential savings. Watch now and prepare for a financially savvy year ahead. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more valuable content tailored for other professionals too. Car expenses. Unfortunately, you can't deduct the cost of your regular commute from your home to work, even if you have a long distance to travel or have to work outside of normal business hours, such as on weekends or early mornings. Also, you can't claim this deduction if your employer covered the cost or reimbursed you for it. It's important to keep this in mind when filing your taxes so you don't end up claiming expenses that aren't eligible. In some situations, you may be able to get some money back for the trips you take between your home and work. This is usually if you work at different places throughout the day and don't have a set office. You can claim the cost of using your own car when driving between different jobs on the same day, like going from your job at a newspaper to your job as a TV presenter. You can also claim the cost of driving to and from a different work site than usual. Just make sure to keep track of your expenses and save your receipts. If your employer gives you a car to use for work, you can't deduct any expenses for it on your taxes. However, if you pay for gas yourself and were not reimbursed by your employer, you may be able to claim those costs as a deduction as long as it was directly related to your job duties. When claiming car expenses, you have two options for calculating your deduction: the logbook method or the cents per kilometer method. The logbook method involves keeping detailed records of your car usage, while the cents per kilometer method is a simpler calculation based on the number of kilometers driven for work purposes. Choose the method that works best for you and make sure to keep accurate records to support your deduction claim. If you choose to track your work-related car expenses using the logbook method, make sure to keep an up-to-date logbook that shows the percentage of work-related use. You will also need written evidence of your car expenses. If you prefer the cents per kilometer method, be prepared to explain how you calculated your work-related kilometers and show that they were indeed for work purposes. Keep in mind that if you claim one method for your work-related car expenses, you can't claim additional deductions for the same car in the same tax return. It's important to be thorough and accurate when claiming your car expenses to ensure you are following the rules and regulations set forth by the tax authorities. If you have to travel away from home for work reasons and stay overnight, you may be able to deduct some of your expenses. This includes things like food, lodging, transportation, and other costs related to your work trip. However, if your employer covers these expenses or reimburses you for them, you can't claim them as a deduction. And just because you receive a travel allowance from your employer doesn't automatically mean you can deduct all your expenses. Make sure to keep thorough records of your expenses and consult with a tax professional to see what deductions you may be eligible for. Clothing and laundry expenses, including footwear. In most cases, you can't deduct clothing as a work-related expense. This means you can't deduct the cost of buying, renting, fixing, or cleaning regular clothes that you wear to work, even if your boss expects you to wear them and you only put them on for work. Regular clothes refers to the types of clothes that everyone wears, like jeans or office outfits. So, unfortunately, you won't be getting any tax breaks for that stylish work wardrobe. Working from home expenses. If you work from home, you may be able to deduct some of the expenses you have for your work. In order to do so, you need to use one of the methods provided to calculate your deduction, as well as keeping accurate records of your expenses. This can help you save some money on your taxes while working from the comfort of your own home. Be sure to stay organized and follow the guidelines to make sure you're getting the most out of your deductions. You can't deduct everyday items like coffee, tea, milk, and other household items that your employer provides at work. This also includes items like laptops or phones that are given to you by your employer. These things are considered personal expenses and are not eligible for tax deductions. Tools and equipment expenses. You may be able to deduct the expenses for tools and equipment you use for work, like for repairing or insuring them. For instance, if you use a video camera or editing tools for your job, if an item costs more than $300, you can deduct the cost over several years as it decreases in value. If the item costs $300 or less and isn't part of a set that costs more than $300, you can deduct the entire cost right away. Just keep in mind that if you use these tools for personal use as well, you can only deduct the portion used for work. Unfortunately, you can't write off things like your driver's license, haircuts, makeup, or hair and skincare products as business expenses, even if looking polished is important for your job. The same goes for food and drink during work hours. Even if you get an allowance for them, they're considered personal expenses. It's just the way taxes work. If you found this information helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.